quickly, as I need a bit more workshop space to keep working on me big fan, I might as well weld it up in the air rather than on the floor. We need to take the fuel tank out of a Daihatsu Feroza. So one is assuming that one might be a good idea to try and attempt draining all the petrol out of it before we start, if this is going to budge. And then try a trolley covered in welding supplies. Basically, this is a big armoured shield you'll see here on the bottom, so we've got to try and get that off of it. Oh, that did come. We'll try and get the big armoured shield off the bottom of it, and then got to sort of lower this out. Swing that aftermarket fog lamp to one side. We'll have a bit of a rub off while we're here with the tank out, and see how bad the pickup is. Right, fuel draining equipment. Prepare to get a load amount of fuel down your arm. Right. Obviously this is the slightly nicer petrol we put in the other day. It doesn't look too bad actually, it hasn't turned horribly brown. Come on, stop splashing everywhere. Not really time to light your fag, is it?
A few moments later.
Right. And one would assume Japanese 12mm. Unless someone's been faffing around with it and changed it to a 13mm. 12 long extension. These have been soaking down for about 3 days, so it might actually come undone. Looking promising. Oh no, I broke that. What have they done there? Oh, that's quality. So, what is that? Rubbish. Quite sure what they've done there. Put it on with a 10. No. That's a bit strange. Right, so in theory's a great idea. There should be two 12mm nuts, bolts round here. I'm just going to shear right off, or we're going to come undone. All right. almost too easy so far. I've jinxed it now. Right. One more, and then we can access the tank mounting bolts. You know you want to go on that. Oh, do you? There we go. Look at that. You'd wiggle that out. Right, I'm going to need to lubricate on some tank bolts. So, Japanese vehicles, normally no 13s. Unlucky. Well, unlucky if you're Japanese. Let's go and get my can of WD. Soak that down. Where are the other two? Into a chassis leg. Yes, I'm just going to have to give it a try now and then. What's it hooked up to? Fuel lines. Where? Yeah. That's handbrake cables, action breathers. So must be the fuel lines. Right, over the top. Oh, there. Right. Right, so we've got two plastic fuel lines coming through. One there, one there, one there, and they go up in here. Now, I would have thought these lines at the back here are going to want replacing. They look a bit horrible. So we're just going to talk. Those are fine, they're plastic, but these rubber ones here do look a bit nasty. Basically got a 12mm securing bolt there. A 12mm securing bolt there, and then two 14s on the back, and she's out. Let's prop this tank up a bit. 14s or 12? No, they're all 12s. I'm talking out of my bottom. Right, that's got its weight off the tank. Now, I'll just nut that exhaust to improve my day. Let's see if they are going to move or not. Oh yeah, we're away. Now, we're going to be lucky, not lucky. Oh no, she's coming. Put that bolt there a minute. We need some more lubrication on that. Just sort of test me ratchet while I'm at it. Flood it all with wood. Probably. Run a bit of that in the threads. no shearing off involved. Right, so the last 2 bolts are on the back here, hopefully. Yeah. What about you? Oh. Right, I'm going to use a wacky. Run them in and out a bit without shearing them off. Little wacky, not too old wacky. There, that's where you put that. Look at that. Right. We've obviously got a fuel sender unit up here somewhere. Oh, that's handy. You're going to fall out? Ah, we must have a fuel neck, won't we? Where's the... it's going to be a pain in the hole, isn't it? Right, fuel neck out. Guess we can let it down enough one side. There's definitely something holding on to it there. You want another one? Can't have another one. Ugh. That's just a reinforcing bracket. Yeah, there's 3 bolts in the front of the tank, not 2. Okay, you get on that. You can by dropping 2 ton of snot in your eye. See, we can fish the fuel neck off the other side. All tank gearing bolts. More ratchet drop testing. Come on. Stop over testing me. Lovely. Don't nut anything. That's all we got. 10 mil, whatnot, that's going to break, isn't it? Right, so after a bit of a battle with the filler necklines, which are now off, I think we are pretty much ready to rock and roller. Hopefully that will fall out. We have to remember that somewhere up on the top here we do have the fuel sender unit to try and save. I have found one if needs be new, but it's going all spendy unless we have to. Oh, there she is. How is that plugged in? Oh, a little clip just there. How do we get that out? Over there. Come on, you know you want to. That's it. There you go. Lovely. Are you going to come away from there? Probably not, are you? Right, see if we can get that slide out of here. We have a couple of vent lines to pull off on the inside because they is booged. Just there. They're not looking best. She's off the tank. Come on, off you come. One. Right. They should be off. Fuel tank. Hello. Right. We'll soak down this fuel sender unit a minute. So we may need to take him out. And then we need to have a look at these. Oh dear. They want replacing, don't they? Fuel pipes. Let's see what the inside of this tank looks like. Right, so fuel tank's out of the vehicle. So I've decided, we'll check this through with Fudge, because basically this vehicle's going to need, it needs some welding in the back here. There and there. And obviously it would be easier to weld it up without a large tank full of petrol right beside it. Then we can clean the floors and stuff. We'll leave the tank out for a minute. So we're going to need a mobile fuel cell to make it runnable so we can move it. So what I've got is a gallon can and a bit of fencing wire, because we've got these nice flexible fuel lines just here. So I reckon if I hook, I think this is going to be brilliant, Fudge. I mean, this is not a fire risk in any way, shape or form at all. Well, I don't know whether the MOT man's going to like that, is he? Phil might have something to say about a gallon of petrol hanging off of the bottom of a vehicle on a bit of fencing wire. Remember, we're not agriculturalists anymore. No. But, oh, hang on, my wire had failed there. I need to bend it some more. Needs the correct and proper amount of twists for safety purposes. That'll do. Nicely balanced. So if I then chuff these two plastic flexible fuel lines in this gallon of petrol, like that, I mean, I might go crazy and poke a bit of cloth in the end of it so it's more like a Molotov cocktail. We don't want, I mean, petrol is expensive stuff these days, isn't it? We don't want it evaporating. So, I mean, I think that will work brilliantly. Look at that. It's not touching the floor, I don't think. So anyway, that's going to be my mobile fuel cell. So I'm going to drop this down, fire it up, because I want these two lifts to put our big competition prize on, so I can do the last of the bits on that. And then we'll need to clear the outside lift so that we can take this outside, put it on the outside lift that we use for steam cleaning purposes, because it's hydraulic, electro-hydraulic mechanical, but the electrics are all the way upstairs, up the top of one of the posts covered over, so you can actually use the ramp for steam cleaning purposes without dying. And then we can clean all this off and then fix these holes in the back here either side and make sure this chassis, which is pretty good, is beautiful, and then make sure the rest of the truck's lovely, and then give it away as a competition prize. But it's not really a giveaway because you have to buy tickets. Technically it's not free. It is a bargain. And I might have to go to the shop and buy some lunch because our local catering van has failed us again. But he's
been away all week.
Well, it's because his body structure fell off.
Oh.
I mean, well, he's got two working axles after all that grief we had a while ago, but apparently it went all.
The cab got all floppy.
And no, the back end, I think one of the doors fell off.
Oh, huh. Nice.
Nice. So he's making use of that gasless MIG welder that we gave him ages ago and welded it all back together. Pigeons have landed.
Yeah, hopefully that'll hold up.
Wow, it can't be any worse than it was before. So maybe bacon roll is possible apparently by Tuesday.
Oh.
But let's be honest, I do need to be on a diet because this is getting... I have lost it.
Until Tuesday.
Well, I might be like svelte and thin by Tuesday.
Thinner than what?
Well, you're like a racing chicken, aren't you?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not sticking my belly out because I keep seeing it on camera and you're like... Oh.
Yeah, I just breathe in a lot.
Yeah, because perhaps I need to buy one of them like suck me in t-shirts, you know, the ones they're always advertising on Instagram, aren't they? Sucks it all in. Pops out by your neck instead. Just stop eating sausage rolls and Costas. Right, so we're going to let this down, move that out there, have a shuffle around, move a Sprinter back in, and then we'll also open that tank up once all that freon oil I've sprayed all over it is soaked in, and then see what the problem was inside the tank and what we need to do to that. So the little Feroza is now much happier because it's got free fuel flow running off of its... It's having a bit of a cough there, but it's fine. Running off of its... and it's stopped. But it's running off its little can underneath, so we're going to move these lifts and then we'll back her out. We'll deal with that fuel tank and then we'll get this cleaned underneath after we put that Sprinter in. Right, now one thing you will notice just while we're here, using Skill Brilliance and I think they call them a pulse charger, we have boiled on the original 2019, been dead for 5 years, Hal Ford's battery that was wedged in this when we first got it. Hang on, let me stand on the pedal a bit. Seems to be working. Saving the planet one shit vehicle at a time. Recycling. Most people have just thrown that away, you know. So we are a few days later. We have been soaking and soaking and soaking on this little unit here to see if we can get into this fuel tank and have a look how bad it is on the inside. So that's one down. Oh no, that one's coming too. Yep. Got to give it a Japanese engineering, haven't you? If this was a British Leyland product, they'd have all cheered off. Get assassinated by a load of British Leyland fans now, won't I? Look at that. Right. What lies under door number 1? Ugh. Oh, yep. That is looking pretty sticky. Doesn't smell very nice either. Making the correct noises. We're going to put this over here before we lose it, and then we're going to have to try and clean this tank out and clean the pickup lines up. Alright, quick change of torch and a find of a cup of coffee. It is not terribly pretty in there. It's not actually rusty, but it is pretty gacky. Let's see if I can use this phone to give you a rough idea what we're looking at. So if you look in there, you see, oh, that's not looking terribly special, is it? Can we do it with, there, look, it's a bit black and nasty. So, I think a big pile of steam cleaning. I'm going to change these lines though because they've had their day, and then clean this whole tank off, sand it down. We'll try and steam it out, I think might be the best way, because it isn't horrible, it's just got a load of varnish in it. Because I don't think you're going to be able to buy one of these tanks very easily. So that'll do for this for a minute, because I'm going to put this down, fill it full of traffic film remover or some nasty chewy easy substance, let it soak, and then we'll try and get it freed off and cleaned up and ready to go back in the Daihatsu once we've done the welding. So as we're a few days later, you'll see that there is a very large Sprinter just out of shot here on a ramp. I'm going to show you that again because that's competition price for Saturday. We may have had to do a little bit more to it than we were expecting. So join me underneath competition Sprinter. Now we had some bits of khaki cell at the front that we were fixing, which the MOT point of fail was this. And then this footwell here looked quite good, because this is quite a common rot spot. I mean, it's odd for this one because it's done no miles, but I think more that this has been parked up for so many years, sat around. Now, the thing that causes this is, you'll see here, this heavy underseal. So before I sort of mindly bashed at this one and that one, from the outside, these footwells looked pucker, because the water had actually got stuck on the inside. If you can see here, look, that it's the underseal that's held and it's rotted out from the inside out. Now this is not a worry, because basically these are replaceable. All of this is replaceable, and this piece, which I've bashed a big hole in there, is replaceable. We weren't planning on doing it, but on the other side, the last thing I'd want to do is supply anyone with a competition prize that was like that, because to be honest, if you hadn't have started bashing at that, I was just double checking to make sure it wasn't rusty there, you'd have never known, because this, before we did this, looked absolutely perfect. So to keep quality and decentness up, what I have done is ordered all the footwell sections in and out. They're due here this afternoon, and then I've spent the last 3 days, I should be painting this week, but we're going to be painting it next week, but it draws Saturday, that's fine, it'll be ready next week. I'll spin this camera around, lower the vehicle down, I'll probably do it from here, move camera. You will see, it was the same this side. Basically what had happened is the water had got in over time, I think where she'd been parked up, and then basically gathered inside. The drain was blocked both sides, and it couldn't get out of this footwell. So basically I've taken it out completely across the floor at the top. Off of the sill is perfect, and I will put a brand new footwell in both sides, that side, this side, back on it, all its factory spot welds. You won't even know we've been in there to make sure that this is as solid as it should be. The rest of it is absolutely lovely, but it's quite common. Dropped me fag. Funnily enough, my Metropolitan Police riot van, my grey one, was exactly the same, because I think these things spent a lot of time with the doors open when it was pissing down with rain, which didn't help them, and also a lot of time parked up, sweating and going, and that basically meant that these lower footwells got full of water, and as soon as the drains blocked, No one thought to check. So anyway, they are here this afternoon. So basically, it draws Saturday. It'll have brand new footwells, brand new inner seals. You won't even know we've been here. We'll paint them up as we paint the outside of the truck. And I mean, in a good way, it's lucky that we double checked, because as I said from the outside earlier, you'd have thought all this was perfect, because basically the underseal was holding it together and all the metal on the inside had gone very, very crispy. Right, so basically I'm going to have a couple of days more welding on this, and then next week, even though it draws Saturday, we will paint that.
Yep, she'll look lovely.
She'll look lovely, and then at least those footwells. Because to be honest, if we hadn't had a thump and a look...
Because when we looked underneath it, when it first arrived, it was like, fuck me, this is all right.
Yeah, I mean, there was a hole there and a hole in the front sill the other side. And I'm quite glad that I did my normal and rhinoceros stuff.
Yes.
To find that, yeah, they'd gone from the inside out. It's quite common, it's just because the drain holes had blocked up. Anyway, by the time I've put all those new, shiny, expensive 350 quid's worth of footwells in, no one will ever know that I've been there.
No.
Perfect. No. And you...
But they will, because it's all on video.
Yes, yeah, but there's no point. I mean, to be honest, if we were slightly unscrupulous...
Oh, but that would... No, we wouldn't do that.
No, but we could have... No one would have known.
No.
We didn't know. We could have just MOT'd it, waved it off, and then the poor person that... Well, the person that ended up with that in a year's time is going to end up...
Imagine that. You're stepping in it, you're like, oh...
Well, you wouldn't, because there's a plastic cover across the top, so, I mean, with the plastic cover covering it, you'd never know it was bad. Yeah. And we've had so many people come in with them, oh, my van's lovely, and you're like,
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
So anyway, that one will be peachy pucker. I've done all the dings down the side.
Yep.
It's got final. I got to flat out my final coat of filler on this side dent. That came out nicely.
Yeah.
That bit of wing needs just rubbing back again because it's got rust cure on it. And then basically after that, it's a dose of white paint and off to its new owner. But you have
exactly. I've
completed.
I've done all the welding.
You've done all 2 bits. You've got 2 holes, haven't you?
No, I've done one.
I've done one.
I've got a little tiny hole on that side too, but
so that's
to be honest, I got the door to repair,
but that's a separatable panel.
That's
so
not
basically,
structural.
your shell, sorry.
The shell's done.
Apart from one that size hole in the boot.
Little tiniest little hole.
Is structurally sound.
Yeah.
So sill, spring hanger, inner sill, floor.
Yep.
Repair head.
Outer sill.
Outer sill.
Oh, and I got that bit on the where Matey Boyd welded up before, obviously, in the these bits here.
Oh, the seat mounts and the thingies.
So those are horrible. So I'm going to cut those back out.
Yeah.
Inside there, it's like about that thick with weld where he kept missing and filling. So it's, cut that out.
Cut that out.
Start again.
So basically, someone soon in the next few weeks, next month, it will be.
Yeah, she'll
blue.
be. Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully get the filler work done, shaped where it needs to be, and then I can high build it, and then Monday we can cover her over because I'm back on with you on Monday.
Yeah. So you're off for your month's worth of Capri, but we're going to try and juggle it, so we'll get it painted pretty quickly.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
We got a load of painting we can do. We need to paint this. We need to paint the damaged bits onto French Sprinter.
Yep.
We possibly may have a bit of a restoration project coming on for another Sprinter that Al bought, but we've got to stage everything because basically we need to make a start on the Furious drivings in the next couple of weeks, so that's some content coming. And also, I have got to bolt this 250D altogether because fella's been really good and said take your time, so we are. But I am wary that needs doing. So this painted early next week once I've put all those bits in. I reckon by Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll have all the footwells stitched in, seamed up, all of that done, and then we can blow the sides, the roof, and she is then whizzed down for an MOT, ready to rock and roll for its
new owner
winner on Saturday.
Yeah, so if you haven't bought tickets,
please do, because
you've only got what's the day today? Thursday.
It's Thursday, so tomorrow and Saturday it draws
two more days, guys. Get some tickets.
So it draws 6:30 Saturday evening. Normally, me and Mrs D do the live, but it hadn't occurred to me.
You're at Rustival.
I'm at Rustival.
Is Mrs D doing it? Or
no,
you're going to do it live at the Rustival?
No, we're not doing it live. So what we're going to have to do is me and Simon are going to have to try and do a live from a pickup truck, either at Rustival or somewhere on the way home.
Yeah.
We can do that. We did the first one ever. Do you remember when we had it on a camera thingy out here and we weren't got a clue what we were doing?
Yeah. So we're live. We're not live. We're live.
No,
we're live again.
No, we're not live. Are we talking to anyone? We're not. Yeah. So the comments might be difficult because the screen's only going to be this big. We normally run it on the iPad.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll get round all of that and then we'll tell the world who's got that. And I say, no, it's not late. But I am not sending it out with crap footwells.
No.
So we want to
No,
make sure
so-
whoever wins that wins an absolutely pucker, and I can make that, but I can put that back so it looks like it's never been touched. Which is, and we'll seal it all up, under seal it, and then basically she is good for another 15 years worth of running if we under seal it to death as well. It's a really nice van. It's really low mileage. That's a bit of a downer. It's a bit of a shitter, but
It's one of those.
it's one of those. I mean, basically, I think where it's been parked around, and I think a lot of that is where Madam had stripped it out, and then she hadn't sealed the lights. It's been covered over.
Yeah, it's been dripping in, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I reckon that's the lowest point. So it's had water in those seals for a couple of years, in the footwells for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And that's what's done it, because the rest of it, via that piece back there where it had been dented when it was new, and they'd filled it. Same again, I'm unhappy with that. That panel arrives with these panels, so I'll put the whole bottom in over there, this side, that side, and then there was a bit of rust that was like that in the side loading door well. Same sort of thing. The water just sits there.
Yeah,
So
that's
the
common
side
on
loading
these.
door well, she's gone.
Has she gone?
Oh, I've taken that out. Oh, no. Taken that out, and I'm halfway through the process.
Oh, you're going to cut one out, the decent one out the back?
Basically, there's a mechanics van, a grey mechanics van out the back here.
Yeah.
It's always quite good. The vans that were dirty, oily and messy, all of the goo ends up the lowest point in the back, which is the door runner.
Well, it's like a wax oiling, isn't it?
Yeah, no, and so basically they're spot welded in. I'm going to unseam that one out there because you can't buy it as a panel. Lift it, chuck it
in this one. Makes sense.
and do that today. So basically that is every single bit of stuff I didn't like out of it.
Yeah.
And then it is basically a minty sprinty.
Minty sprinty. Yeah, I like
minty
that.
Sprinty. Yeah. I mean, you have to. This thing's 21 years old, so yeah, nothing unless it was in a hermetically sealed environment its entire life. You are going to suffer those corrosion problems, but that van is good and will be absolutely pucker. So I think that will do for a Thursday quick update, because basically you've got 2 days left on this.
Yep.
And then what we're going to try and do to keep you going is you're going to do 4 days a week for me.
Yes, and then I'll
try
be
and
on
have-
this because once like I say, once I'll high build this on Saturday, because you're obviously not in. So
yeah. You can have
you're
the
not going to
place.
get fumigated. So I'll get this puffed over Saturday, high build, and then it's just a case of in my own leisure is blocking it back.
You'll like that. You can spray paint all over it. Rub it, but you'll like that.
Yeah.
There's nothing like a bit of long
Blocking.
sanding. It's fun.
Yeah, I'm
What I might do is
going to wet block it.
I'll remember to get on, because we could probably do is order in some new blocks, because I think we've worn all the other ones out.
I've actually got mine in. I've been using mine. Have you noticed? I've got my own block.
Did you buy one?
Oh, fuck me, yeah. I bought this especially for the Capri job. Look,
So we
she's
spent ages wearing my one out, and then when you bought my one out, you thought, I'll just
brand
start
new,
using...
sprinty.
Yeah, right, yeah, my one of those is coming apart. So I'll order a few in, because we could do with some bigger, flatter blocks, I think, again. And then get that. Once that's blue, then I think you can start putting it back together.
Start putting it back together. Get the roof lining in. Get the dashboard in.
Because you've rebuilt the dash.
Yeah, that's all
We
done.
had some nice fella offer us. Thank you very much. He did offer us a red interior this week.
But I got a 2.8. I got a 2.8 special.
You've got a 2.8 special done, haven't you? Because you have got, if anyone wants to buy it, a lovely black interior, haven't you?
Yeah, so it's the red strobe. So you got the red stripings.
Yeah, like 2 litre
2 litre.
S.
They're like 2 litre S, but it was they used them in the lasers.
Lasers, because 2 litre S's had grace and black seats, didn't they?
No, it was the same. It was the
Same
same
interior.
sort of blacky grey with the red stripes.
Yeah.
But they had the fishnet Recaros as opposed to roll tops.
Roll tops. So it's a set of black. So if you've got a 2 litre laser with a rubbish set of seats.
Yes, door cards, front and rear seats. They're not ripped. There's a bit of sun fade on one of the rear seats. A little bit of sun fade.
And no carpets, because you're keeping them.
There's no carpets, no, because obviously they're going back in this.
So that'll put that.
I'm sure I've got other spares as well. 2.8 wheels. Anyone want some 7-spoke 2.8 wheels?
And you've also got.
I've got the laser wheels, but I'm going to keep those for when I get my Mark II.
Oh, they're different offset, aren't they? They're not the same. Everyone always thought they were the same.
Yeah,
model,
no, they're
not.
completely different.
Completely
They are
different.
completely different. So I spaced them out a little bit. And
If you want, someone wants to say you a 2-door Mark II Escort that's not £35 million.
yeah. I went to
Next.
the car show. Like I said to you, I went to the car show, and there was this lovely Mark II Escort, far from good and good from afar, as you would say. Looked gorgeous, and I'm like, that's lovely, and it's for sale. I looked at him and I said, "Oh, you're going to put an offer in?" I said, "No, because I can see the filler already poking out of it."
Yeah, well, same again. They were cheap, chuck away family cars.
Yeah.
So I think you have to make a nice one. Anyway, we shall leave it there. That'll do for the Thursday video. Me and Simon are going to go videoing at Rustival. So what I might do is move my Sunday video to Monday, because I don't think I'll by the time
Oh,
I
of course,
got back.
yeah.
I'm not going to have time
yeah.
to edit it. So if we're not here Sunday, we'll be here Monday. And we're going to have a tour of Wonderful Rust. We'll try and do it slightly better this year, because last year we were late. The Peugeot broke down, the gear linkage fell off. It was all exciting, and then we ended up in the car park because we couldn't get in because we were too late. So
that's when you came back and Terry was screaming in the back because you were doing like about a million miles an hour.
A million miles an hour, yeah. The heater didn't work, so it's freezing. So this year we're in a Hilux. It's nice and easy, so we're going to leave early hours in the morning, get there on time, get inside this year. We'll go and meet a load of subscribers again, which is always nice. And then we're going to try and actually have a video and a wander around at Rustival. So if you haven't got a ticket, Rustival is Saturday. It's Gaydon at the British Motor Museum. Come along and have a laugh. Right, thank you very much. Al, Fudge, 6D Diesels.